Hey folks, good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. It is Thursday, December 7, and we welcome our friends on onespotmedia.com and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at Smile Jam TVJ, and also on televisionjamaica.com. Great day to be alive. Hope you're up and ready to go because it's 6 o'clock. So, and I think you use this as a little alarm clock. So when you hear this, you say, no, I forget them. No, not you.
I met some wonderful young ladies from Lannerman's Prep. One of them said, that Neville, you know, sometimes I think he's crazy. I said, why? She said, who gives someone a sweetie taped to whatever you taped it as a birthday present and that tissue? That Neville, you see.
How old was this young lady?
I don't think she's probably 9 or 10. It's always interesting to hear when I see kids how they ask for you. The little boys, when they see me, they say, whenever I go away. And I'm almost tempted to say to them, no, when I never and I see him yet. Whenever. When do I never? It's always so funny. Yeah. She said that Neville. It was hilarious.
Because she did want a sweetie too. All right, so next year when I give Simone, I'll send a
sweetie for her.
So good morning to the folks at Lannerman's Prep and the teachers and the students, and I hope you all have a great day. Well, go on, change up your ears.
Yes.
May I start eating?
Yeah, may I carry go make them braid it.
Don't start.
They can braid yours.
Don't it? You know high enough if you get a little braid.
Braid it, man. Anything is possible. I changed the thing in my bathroom.
What thing are you
faucet.
Okay. And?
I have the current to improve it. I was saying to somebody, you know, I'm all for feminism.
But you want a man to do something.
Did boil 2 bananas and some dumpling.
I'll make a man come
eat
fix
it.
it.
At the time we take me to take off the faucet. Never.
You should have said for me.
Never pretty.
No, because I'm a handyman. You should have said for me.
I went to the hardware store. I bought 3 months. When them see me, they advise me, you know, them tell me what to buy. And when I go, what am I supposed to do? I said, okay, no problem. Could the something come off? So I said, the man, when the man talked to me, I said, so you're going to screw out that? You're going to pull out that? Yeah. So, I reach all the way to this spindle. Come, tell me about 3 different name feet, you know, this spindle. There's something now about. So I go to YouTube. YouTube say, there's a special equipment. Mr. What? So a man say, you're going to need a socket wrench. Well, I got about 5 hardware. Do you have a socket wrench? And them look at me like, what do you do with a socket wrench? And so each time I have to explain them what I want it for. So somebody said, just use the adapter, adjustables. So I said, I use the adjustable and it now work. Well, I can tell you, so when I don't get the wrench and I reach home and I say, you know, I not turn on back. Oh, I'm going to be here if I not fix this pipe. And I hook the adjustable and go, sir.
I'll fix it.
It came right off.
Maybe it not fix.
And then I put the new thing in. The man told me, said, check it for the washer first. I couldn't make out what the washer was. So I just put the new thing in, put it on. The angle kind of not go on all the way in, but from a screw it and it not drop off.
Yeah, but mine, when you turn it on, the power of the water just knock you out and none of we can find it.
No. It was dripping. So the man said, mine is the washer, you know. No drips happening at this point. Past my kitchen sink last night and I see a drip and cut me eye like a dozy.
You know, I'm glad you said that. We'll soon tell you what's coming up on the show. I want to know when they start to sell things that you have to put together at home. As opposed to just buy the table like this. Now when you buy the table, you buy the top, you buy this part, and they give you a little screw and stuff. So I buy a little bookshelf thing.
Oh, God.
And I said, well, this is easy for you. Put in everything, screw up everything, and then when I put it down, the shelf them stays. Oh, me say, what is? I may have got pull back everything. And so why we can't just sell the thing together? Anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Good morning to the folks at Just Unique Fashions, who I was there yesterday. We did the Christmas shopping spree.
Oh, nice.
Great. Nice. Downtown is a different place, you know.
Different.
Downtown, is a different place. Me love downtown.
Different.
First thing I want to know why everybody must wear hood and long socks. I kind of know why, but everybody wear that. But downtown is just beautiful and crowded.
Especially this time of year.
And some people just park. Them just drive up and just go boom and just park. Double park, triple park, and just run going something and you just have a stay.
Till them done.
Serious, and they don't stop at the traffic lights. Downtown incredible. I love it.
But great deals.
Downtown.
Great deals. Great
but
deals.
Just unique fashion. They have some fantastic
Great
stuff
deals,
down there.
great
So
deals.
morning to you all. But downtown.
For the Christmas dinner.
Downtown is almost like a different kind of Jamaica. You know, it's like it's like a different place. When you go downtown, it's just incredible. Yeah, man, downtown. We love it. The people, everybody downtown. So I'm doing my thing and I'm ready to say. I'm at and I say, never wagwan. And it just comes stand up beside me. I say, all right, me I do a little thing. Where I do? No, man, them win.
Because you never check it before you go down there for me.
We love them. Anyway, what's coming up this morning?
Well, we continue to read more of your wish list letters in the season of giving.
And speaking of giving, 2 cars plus cash are up for grabs, and we'll have a chat with the credit union that wants to give you a merry holiday.
And is your Christmas really merry without cake and rum? Our friends from Sips and Tips are bringing the good stuff.
Plus more good stuff from the
McVitie's.
McVitie's folks. McVitie's folks. We get a taste of the biscuits you can snack on during the holidays and beyond.
Then when the holidays are all wrapped up and 2018 rolls around, where will you be? Well, let me tell you, Shaggy and a few friends have outdone themselves this year, and we'll tell you where you need to be.
And you need to be breathing well. Sounds easy, right? Well, when 10 minutes to your health rolls around, you may realize you haven't been doing it right all along.
And today is recognized as International Civil Aviation Day. We're going to discuss the strides made locally and globally across the skies.
Then we head across the skies to get you your greetings across the world.
Yep.
Before that, we have some hot topics.
Hot, 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 hot.
So an incredible find at the Miami International Airport. It says 119 guns. And this was found back in November 13. We're just hearing about it now, but the report says the weapons, including high-powered rifles, were seized at Miami International Airport on November 13. It's heading to Montego Bay, I'm told. Where did I see where it was coming from? I read somewhere where it was coming from. Maybe it was in the newspaper. It says it's somewhere in Florida, but they actually gave you
where it was heading from in Florida.
Yeah, where it came from.
Boy, let me tell you,
I don't want to say anything that's wrong, but it says it's the state of Florida. But I read exactly where it was coming from. And this headline in the newspaper says guns were shipped by a woman to be collected by a woman, which is what it says. Coral Springs, Pompano Beach, Florida. The document listed the sender as a female who resides in Coral Springs, Pompano Beach, Florida. Wow, 119 guns. It says 4 rifles and 115 pistols, 267 assorted rounds of ammunition, 200 assorted rounds of ammunition, one says, destined for Jamaica. The National Security Minister, he says, obviously, it raises serious or several troubling questions. He wants to know who is paying for these guns being purchased for use in Jamaica. He also said he wonders whether someone is preparing to challenge the state or to go to war. You know what's scary? You wonder how many made it through. You wonder how many shipments made it through, because it's almost unrealistic to think that they caught every single one of these bad shipments.
Remember, they caught some in a refrigerator, a couple of, and I'm saying to myself, were these to replace the ones caught? Or suppose those had gone through and then these had gone through? In the little island of Jamaica, my next question, and maybe through me a criminal, may not understand it. How you ship 117 guns through the airport? How do you do that? What
Well,
is
it says routine security screening at the airport on November 13 when 2 blue barrels and 2 cardboard boxes, which were listed as comprising household and food items, were found to contain 119 firearms. And again, they were a little bit more specific in the newspaper. I think they said what it said.
You know, in them time when TSA have people walk through things on a screen and whatever, I'm amazed that it speaks to a real serious issue that you think that could have passed through. You know what I mean?
It says a physical inspection revealed various food items, cat litter, a cardboard box labeled as a 4-drawer dresser, and 1 cardboard box labeled as a television stand. Wow.
Boy, I don't know.
And the other thing is,
you ship these amount of guns and then go to your bed and sleep.
No, look here, people. Look
it's terrible.
Look at them big 4 big guns down here. And the other thing is, this can cost a pretty penny, you know. This must be quite expensive too.
100 and odd guns.
119
Look
guns.
at the type of guns too.
Yeah, man.
Them something I suppose this is of course is war.
Oh no, listen to me, you know. Them take long to listen to me because I see them trying to cut out the tax business, where I did say. And next thing I say is, if you are not part of some security force, you must not have a gun. And not into this licensed firearm thing. If you are not a police, soldier, or a security guard who's licensed to carry a gun, you should not have a gun.
Never look on them gun there.
We done too aggressive already, you know. A man cussed me up again yesterday. Why? Because I never let him in. I am on the right away, my straight road, and him just started to push out. Nearly licked this lady in front of me, so the lady come round. So I come round. Well, the man chased me off properly. When it's me have the right of way. Me. It's not him have the right of way, and I block him, you know. I have the right of way, and I don't let him in. So we're too aggressive already. So why I need a gun after that? Now, if I did turn back now and stop and decide to take him on, somebody probably would have get hurt.
Yeah.
Just because him cuss me out because I don't let him in. So if I even say, why I must let in? I don't have nowhere to go. No, you wait, and cuss me out properly. Why?
The roads are getting too bad though.
Eh? And then you want that man, that same man must have a gun?
The roads are getting too bad. There was a time when you said, Lord, look how them drive by, look up. But now,
yeah, man, you can't
let me tell you, it is horrible.
My friend run down a man, you know, my good friend. Man bad ride him, touch him car, run down the man and say, where you do? And the man just goes to him gun and say, where you going to about it? Well, of course, my friend just go and drive.
No, it's terrible.
Why?
Terrible.
So, all right.
I was telling Simone, when you're trying to get to the toll booth in Portmore, terrible. All right.
We have to fix the road. There's one at the end of Beach Road and what's that?
Terrible.
What's that? Halfway Tree Road?
A crater.
It big so. So what you have to do, either drop in it or hurt your car, or you go around it, and then when you go around it, you're on the other side of the road. So you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Traffic block up. Me drop in it and me tell somebody, say, you know it big when the JUTC bus behind me. Go around it.
Well, if I drop in it, like I went to the listener, if I drop in it, I'm going to sue somebody. Carrying a go court. Simple. The Office of the Contractor General has started hearings as part of the probe into the 427.9 million used car contract for the police force. Wow. Now this, everyone has heard this story. It's triggered by the failure of O'Brien's International after it missed the deadline to deliver 200 used cars for the GFF. They've given them 30, 66 more on the wharf. That sound to me like it's 96.
So
104. We don't know where those cars are. And apparently the company was paid.
Paid a 50% deposit.
Yep, and the National Integrity folks are saying that police must probe this. But the Office of the Contractor General is probing that, so I guess his findings will be sent to the whoever it must send.
DPP.
Yep.
And then she'll take it.
Last one is good news, isn't it?
Very good news. Ian Boyne is out of intensive care. He's probably watching. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Sir. Very, very happy to hear that you're on the mend. Get some rest, though. He's very hardworking in Nero. Very, very hardworking. So sometimes the body sends us a signal. So please relax where you are. And just watch TV for a change instead of being on it creating content. We're going to keep on enjoying Profile and Religious Hard Talk, Issues and Answers, and all the great shows that you provide for us. But wonderful, wonderful news.
Have a great day, sir.
Wonderful news.
All right, time for some birthdays. I got a couple here. Happy birthday to Siona Martin. They call her Paris. Paris, I hope you have a great day today. Greetings coming from the entire family and your friends and the community and everybody who know you. And also, Kelsey Williams is 8 years old today. Kelsey, they sent me the picture, and I deleted inadvertently. So I'm sorry. So I can't show you the picture. Well, actually, I got the two pictures, and I deleted two of them. I was doing something, and I just delete up everything. So I'm sorry. So Kelsey Williams, 8 years old today. It's from your mom, your dad, your cousins, and from us here. And Siona and Kelsey, have a great day today, and many happy returns.
Happy birthday to Dalton Spence. We should bring him here one morning. He has a band, a school band, and they play music on their iPad. So it's fun to see them. He put the instruments on it, and that's what they play. So happy birthday to you, Dalton. Damian Gordon, that used to be here in our sports department watching on One Spot. Good morning, Damian. Paula Edwards Hutchinson. I hope you find information here. Looking for Paula about needs. Kirk DaCosta in Mabay. Mark Ricketts. You don't answer my question yet, sir. Sonia Sims, Roland Henry. And I want to say happy 12th birthday to DeMario Bansi, coming from your mom and your dad. And DeMario, them send me the picture. Unlike Neville, I didn't delete it.
That's Dr. Mark.
Me just need to, yes, him same one.
Dr. Mark, he was the coach, Mark. Hey, Mark, have a great
I'm
day.
a not pay me no mind.
I'm a good friend, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is DeMario Bansi.
Easy,
12. Mark also played volleyball, you know.
Yeah, man, I used to coach him at you. Happy birthday, folks. Have a great day. Mark, I'm a birthday. Well on,
It's in the dream that you had so long ago.